Welcome back, everyone. Last time we completed World 1, Rice Beach, so today we're heading to World 2, Mount Teapot. Let's begin. So we're starting off World 2 with a nice relaxing water level, and this item box that curiously has nothing in it. Not sure what's up with that, but okay. These coins will hopefully make up for Wario's disappointment. Now, I don't want to get that garlic because that would turn me into Bull Wario, who is functionally useless underwater because he can't dash. You definitely want to stay with Dragon Wario in the water stages. These mines are activated by proximity. If you get close to them, they'll start ticking down and explode, so it's best to just swim on by them. So already we're about to find one of the secret areas of this world. It's behind these blocks over here to the left. And inside we find another giant item block with another giant heart worth 3 lives, so you definitely want to grab that. So again, if I had any other power-up other than Dragon Wario or Jet Wario, I would not be able to break those blocks and find that. There's Jet Wario now, but I'm gonna stick with Dragon Wario for the time being. So this is just a little optional passageway that has a midpoint and a couple of item boxes at the top, but let's go ahead and get those. Don't want the garlic, but I will take that heart. It definitely pays to go exploring and divert from the main path in this game. And that becomes even more true with the later Wario Land games, which we will get to in time, because all of them are a ton of fun. Now most of these blocks, if anything, just have coins, but Wario can't have too many of those. As long as you're reasonably quick in this segment, the mines shouldn't be any problem. And here we come to a fork. There isn't much at all to see on the upper route, but with Dragon Wario we can take the lower route and get a nice helping of coins, as well as these item boxes. So those birds behave exactly the same as the bats from the previous video, which means that I don't like them at all. Now these currents here, of course, drag Wario automatically in the direction they're going. Not much here, but we'll be seeing more of those in later levels. And that completes the first stage of Mount Teapot. As always, let's go deposit our coins in our account. And we have over 500 coins. Wario's fortune continues to grow as we enter this level that has a dot on its icon, meaning it has 2 exits, so I get to play this stage twice. Anyway, we have more of the currents from the last stage, and those item boxes don't have much in them, so I'm just gonna skip over them. I think I will get these, however. That's what I get for not being careful. Man, I hate those birds. Fortunately, there is a dragon hat right here, so little consequence. Let's be a little more careful passing this guy up. And this one as well. And I think I will bypass Jet Wario for the time being. So Wario automatically picks these mines up when you touch them, so you definitely want to throw those immediately. I like how Wario's first instinct when passing by an explosive is to pick it up and just kind of look at it. Wario is many things, but bright is not one of them. But hey, as long as Wario gets his coins, he is happy, and there are plenty of those in this stage. I have to say, for a Game Boy game, this level looks really nice. You know, considering the limitations, the effects on the waterfalls, for example, look really good here. And Wario, of course, can't leave any stone unturned. There could be money under them. You know, you can call him greedy, and, well, you'd be right. But Wario is nothing if not dedicated. And here we are at the end of this room. Let's just pick up these coins and head on. So here, the entire room is full of these water currents that automatically drag Wario in a given direction. So you want to be careful not to be hit by these spiked enemies as you very cautiously go for these item boxes. And of course they had to throw in some mines as well. These ruthless pirates that we're up against. I assume they're the ones that set these traps here. Got kind of caught on the ceiling there. Oh, let's just be careful not to get hit again, because I will die if I get hit as Tiny Wario. And let's get out of here. Unfortunately, since I am Tiny Wario, I can't dash to open that item box, but I believe it's just a heart. Now that helpful coin arrow is pointing to where the secret exit is, which is right at the end of the stage, so I'm going to come back and beat the level all over again. I'm not going to make you watch that, of course, so once we deposit our money, I will see you back at the goal. And we're back. So first, let's open that item box, which just as I thought was a heart. And let's go to the hidden exit, just by bouncing off of this wall with Jet Wario. Now, this hidden exit opens up not a secret stage, but an entire secret world, an entire set of optional levels that you do not have to complete in order to complete the game. Of course, since we're doing a 100% run, we're going to complete that world anyway. So this world is Sherbet Land, the optional third world of the game. We're going to save that to the next video. For now, we're going to continue on through Mount Teapot. On to the next course. So, since this is a fairly straightforward level, let's pass the time with some facts about Wario. Wario's name is something of a Japanese pun. It is based on the word warui, which means evil or bad, which is fitting because Wario debuted as an evil counterpart to Mario. Hence, his name literally means Bad Mario in Japanese. Fortunately, though we get a different joke in English, we still get a pun of sorts because of the word war appearing in his name, which is also fitting because Wario, much like a war, is violent and very destructive. So I like that in both languages we do get a fitting play on words for Wario's name. And there I go, not paying attention again. More gameplay, less language lesson, I suppose. Now I need to be a bit more careful than usual until I can find a power-up. But I believe there's one at the end of this room, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Pretty sure that door just has the level's midpoint. I don't think there's anything else of interest there. Ah, fantastic. Let's check just to make sure, however. Yep, just like I thought. Midpoint. Moving on. Now this is a fun little section with a lot of coins and enemies. Nothing spectacular, but I like it. So here's an observation. Aside from the pirate gooms, I'm noticing that Captain Syrup's forces consist largely of birds. There are these penguins, of course, and the swooping vultures from earlier, and of course the boomerang-throwing ducks from Rice Beach. I guess it does make sense, considering her crew does run foul of the law. Nothing? Okay, moving on. I thought it was funny. Now this room has one of the most hidden treasures in the game. That little block there actually highlights where an invisible door can be found. So let's go ahead and get the key that we'll need from this item box. And then once we destroy that box, all we have to do is stand where the box was and press up to go through a hidden door. Let's go get that key again. And remember where the box was. So we get not only a treasure, but a giant coin, which is worth 100 coins. Not a bad prize. Let's take our key and find out what our second treasure is going to be. And we get this lovely antique harp added to Wario's treasure collection. Only 13 more to find now. So let's just head back to the main path now. Aside from the hidden treasure, this stage is fairly straightforward without a lot of diversions. Now these bombs will stick to Wario if they touch him, and you want to shake them off of you if they... Well, a bomb got me just as I finished the level. Fortunately, I got out before it could explode. Let's go deposit our winnings, all 155 of our coins, into our account. Getting pretty close to the 1,000 mark here. And on to the next stage at the summit of Mount Teapot. Now this is another of those dynamic stages. This level will be revisited later after it changes significantly. But for now, we're just going to head on to the end, fairly straightforward at the moment. Now these saw-blade seahorses will curl up and attack when you get close, so you always want to have some distance between the two of you, as I just demonstrated very poorly there. So, thanks to losing my power-up, I can't break that wall and get all of those coins, which is very sad for Wario, but I guess we'll be alright. So I'm going to be more careful around this guy this time. Just let him pass by. I'm not even going to attempt to get that item box until he is safely out of the way. And now that I have Jet Wario, I can break through those blocks and get all of those beautiful coins, which I think I'm going to do. Now, that coral on the ground damages you if you touch it. So we're going to avoid that until we get to the end, then I'm going to get hit on purpose, like so that I can fit into a small passageway ahead that you need to be Tiny Wario for, to get even more coins! Because Wario is so obsessed with money that he's willing to damage himself to crawl into tight spaces to get more of it. Oh, Wario. Never change. Now, unfortunately, since I am Tiny Wario, I can't open that box, which I believe is just a heart, so it's no matter. So let's go ahead and become Dragon Wario and make short work of these hermit crabs here. Once again, for simplistic Game Boy graphics, they really did a good job with the atmosphere of this stage. I really like how it gradually gets darker the higher you go up. It was a nice touch. So in addition to the midpoint, this room also has some coins, which of course we're going to go out of our way to get, leaping over these flames, I assume those are. I'm gonna leave that middle one alone, though. I don't trust my jumping for that. Now, we do want to crash through the floor and get all those coins, so we're going to switch to Bull Wario to do just that. Let's collect all of these. And continue onward. And again, as we descend, the background slowly changes. It's a small touch, but a nice one. I appreciate it. Really wishing I had the dragon power-up right about now, but we'll make the best of what we got. There's nothing but coins in these blocks, but, you know, I want as many of those as I can get, so it's a shame that I can't break them open. Oh well, plenty of coins here at least. Let's just finish looting this lake and move on to the next area. Ah, Thwomp, my old friend. I didn't expect to see you so soon. Oh, that's the end. Moving on then. And now we head back down the other side of the mountain to course 11. A foreboding-looking course indeed as we head deeper into the caves. But that's okay, because no one's gonna stop Wario! Wahaha! As a nice touch, I like that they give you just enough space to run over these block barricades as Tiny Wario if you don't have your dash attack. It's good that they thought of that. Now, the paths fork here, but we're going to go ahead and go to the right, because it's going to automatically circle around and take us back to where we were. We'll go through that door later, but we're going to ignore it for the time being. There's definitely a lot of smashing in this level, which Wario loves almost as much as he loves money. Almost. And I think I will switch over to Jet Wario for now. And there we go, we came out where the fork began earlier. Now let's go ahead and go through that door to proceed through the rest of the stage. Once again, I hate these birds. Let's just ease on by the sawblade fish here. And in this segment, we have to patiently descend the ladder, making sure we don't get poked by these gooms on the way down. Wario doesn't like patience. Wario likes getting everything he wants right now. Wah, 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 wah. But sometimes you gotta wait, Wario. That's okay, we're about to get more treasure for your ever-growing collection. Just gotta climb these two cliffs here. And there's our treasure vault. Conveniently, the key is right across the way. So let's just get that and open it up. And now for our third hidden treasure, this regal crown, which we'll add to our collection. That's 3 down and 12 to go. So let's just continue on through the stage. There's not too much more to go. Once again, Jet Wario makes navigating these platforms much easier. Well, there's only 2 of them here, so I don't suppose it matters. Let's just watch out for this guy, and head onward. Ah, these platforms. Every time you step on these platforms, they change directions. They can move up, down, left, and right. So you want to repeatedly jump on them to change the direction that they move. Be careful not to let it sink all the way down to the bottom of the screen, of course. Like, you will die if you fall off, as I almost did there. Otherwise, just keep moving forward and collect all the coins on the way. In true Wario fashion. Once again, let's carefully maneuver through these coins with this floating platform. Careful not to hit those spikes up there. Get all the coins, of course. And head on. And now for the rarest power-up in the game, the Starman, which of course, just like with Mario, makes Wario temporarily invincible, letting him plow through enemies and collect tons of hearts on the way. There are very few of these in the game, but they're always a treat when they do appear. So as you can see here, the bridges fall when you stand on them, so you want to constantly be jumping and moving in this section. And we're done with another stage. And now we head even deeper into the caverns of Mount Teapot. Now these, chickens here are an interesting enemy. When you throw enemies into them, they will give you a big coin worth 10 coins instead of the usual 1. So you want to use these enemies wisely, as I just failed to do there. But this is a great place to get a lot of coins if you can, utilize these enemies properly. So let's try that again and see if we can get some more coins. Hopefully. This isn't the ideal placement here. Alright. Nope. Let's forget it. Moving on. I did get to show it off once at least, which I suppose is all that matters. So here is the rarely seen Ghost Goom, which follows after you and disappears when you look at it, much like a Boo from the Mario series. Now, Jet Wario makes collecting these coins a breeze. I could also get them if I were Bull Wario by clinging to the underside of the conveyor belt. Naturally, the further you progress in the game, the more dangerous it is to collect these coins. But that's not gonna stop Wario! You've got to be careful in this room. You need to duck under those boomerangs. Still nothing? Oh well. And here's our non-conventional level goal. By hitting this switch, we activate something on Mount Teapot. We cause the mountain to flip its lid, which changes a course that we've been to already. So we're going to be heading back to what was Course 10 and is now Course 13. But first, let's deposit our money, because we're at another milestone. Oh yes, we now have over 1,000 coins. Now it's time to get out and collect even more coins! So that switch really did a number on Course 10. It caused a big rock slide to occur, so there's a lot of rocks and debris that wasn't here previously. A lot of new enemies, too. This course is like a more dangerous remix of the previous level. So I'm gonna be really careful to avoid these bomb enemies, because they are a bit tricky to shake off. Now, of course, there's still this extra heart up here, so let's go ahead and grab that and proceed. It's kind of a tight fit, but we can make it through here. Let's just time our jump carefully. I say as I get hit by the enemy. Well, let's try to shake the bomb off of us. There we go. And let's head up the mountain. Unfortunately, the beautiful night sky has been replaced by the caved-in rocks that surround the level now. Might as well get this item over here, though. Now, the geography of this mountain is generally the same as it was back in Course 10. There are some differences, however. Let's go ahead and try to take the normal route that we took last time we were here. And as you can see, we can't. We arrive at a dead end, so we are forced to take an alternative route through the stage this time. The midpoint room is largely unchanged, which is good because that means that it still has a bunch of coins for us to collect. So let's go ahead and grab those. Now, just as we did before, let's fall down the chute and collect all these coins, but this time we have a door we can go into, and we're being chased by a thwomp. So let's run away from him, and continue on through this all-new part of the stage. This section is very short, however. The boss is right in the next room, so let's go ahead and take care of him. So this guy's name is Beefnay, apparently, and he attacks you by trying to throw you into the lava. Fortunately, you can stun him and throw him into the lava, which defeats him instantly. And that's it for World 2. We are done. Let's collect all of these coins and move on out. Alright, progress update. That's 2 worlds, 3 treasures, and 1,322 coins. Only 5 worlds and 12 treasures to go. Now, the game automatically sends us to Stove Canyon, the 4th world of the game, but we're going to go ahead and go back to the optional 3rd world of the game, Sherbet Land, which is where we'll pick up in the next video. Until then, that concludes Part 2. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.